Dude, it's miserable
Yeah,
out.
it sucks.
It is so miserable out.
Where is it?
Good thing we're in here.
I'm wearing more clothes than I've
Dude,
ever.
I had my long johns on yesterday, but
I'm wearing them now.
Are you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You gotta rock the long johns.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of
Nerd Out!
I'm Randy, this is Brian,
And it's 10 degrees outside if you care.
Oh man, actually my windows are like
Yeah, there's
covered
snow covering
with snow.
them.
We thought we were gonna get off so easy this winter, I think.
Yeah, it was starting to look that way.
Yeah.
We got hit.
It's been a long time. We have so much to talk about, but the primary thing that we have to talk about.
Let's get into this right now.
All right.
You
Whoa.
haven't seen this.
No.
I haven't seen these.
Right.
So that we got that going. So
Yeah, this is gonna get.
Carry
this
on.
is like this
What were
is
you
gonna.
saying?
And I think, and I'm gonna say, I think you're a little angry. I don't know why. I just sense this little anger in you.
I'm born. I can't help it, man.
You're a little angry, and you like refuse to allow me to like this VF1J.
I think you like it too much.
I haven't even touched it yet.
Yeah, I can tell.
So anyway, so you got the VF1J. I did not. The new VF1J, the Bandai 148. You want to talk about it first, or go for it?
I dig it,
Can I
man.
play with it?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm
Go with it.
excited. This is the first time I've
All right.
actually held it.
I'm sure if you guys all know what it is, everybody's seen it by now. But
It's been 30 years of Valkyries.
probably something like
Alright.
that. It's definitely the best one that's out to date, like without a doubt. But at the end of the day, it isn't definitive. It's good. It's real good.
What else? What would make this more definitive? Again, you've had time with this. Like, what would make this the this is it? No more. Like, look.
I don't know.
We've had good Valkyries. Yamato, Arcadia, Bandai High Metal.
I'll tell you what I don't like
I think
about
the
it.
original is still great.
I mean, it's one. Yeah, I agree.
The Takatoku
It's
is
wonderful. It is a wonderful fucking toy. But it's like when I opened up the 148th Yamato 14 years ago.
Great. Okay.
I opened this toy and I was like, holy shit. Like, nothing will ever be the same again. This is the most definitive thing, and nothing will ever beat this. That's how I felt when I opened it.
So basically,
And this felt like it one up it.
Okay, I
But
see
it
what you're
didn't 14 years one up it. It's
I
like,
understand.
And it like that what it does. I mean, I love this thing. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but it makes me love the Yamato that much more.
The difference is the Takatoku comes out,
Yeah.
and then shortly after those Toynami ones came out, and those didn't.
I mean, I need one. I never had one.
All right, so the Toynami ones
Yep.
came out.
Yep.
They were like the first Valkyrie
Modern. That they added a little bit of articulation. And
but
made
it wasn't
scaled
enough.
it.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't a wow moment
Nope.
that we were hoping it would be, because the Takatoku still looks good today.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that came out the same time as the V1 Yamato with the removable legs.
Okay, yeah, and I
Yep.
didn't like those at all. I got those cheap on eBay, and I was like,
Got
this
mine
sucks.
from Warp 9.
Look, we've had this conversation about parts formers,
Yeah.
and I don't have a problem with parts formers, but that didn't work for me at all.
I felt it was a cheat. It bothered me. I got to admit, it bothered me, but Yamato was the first to get the legs in the right position.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were the first to get rid of the swing bar. And it's like, and that's how they did it first. And I didn't like that. It was a cheat, and those things were
It just
shitty
didn't
anyway.
need to be there, in my opinion. Like it seemed like the technology was advanced enough where they could have made it successful without
they did.
it. And
they did it on the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
So then they come out with the 148th, and I agree with you. The 148th was a wow moment. Like it was
Yes.
like, holy shit.
Yes.
And now what it's
This is a wow moment too. Don't get me wrong. This is a
I
wow
know what you're
moment.
saying.
It's amazing. It's glorious. It's wonderful. But this is like, this should have been out so long
Can you
ago.
show me what are the improvements? Because you are far more expert. And
Alright,
I want to say
yeah.
also, you're a 160. You collected the 160th
Yes.
series. I did not buy into any of the 160th, and I'm gonna be honest. It was a combination of things. It was a combination of I thought they were too small because I was getting into the 148s, and I liked the big robot thing. I thought that they got too expensive because they raised the price, or the
Oh
price.
god, yeah, they got
it was
nuts.
ridiculous.
They got nuts after, yeah, and especially since Arcadia bought Yamato,
Yeah.
it was nuts, and yeah, they got really, really, really expensive.
They were unwieldy expensive for what
but they
were.
made everything. That was the whole thing, and
They
I just,
also felt fragile.
some of them were,
Okay.
yeah, some of them were, and from day one, I decided I want one of every Valkyrie.
Yeah, you wanted to build a world.
That was the only toy I was gonna collect. When I got back, when was it? 10 years ago?
I don't know if it was quite 10 years ago because my dog just. I'm gonna say 7 years ago.
7 years ago is when I started when I got back into toys as an adult. I mean, I never got out, but collecting, like I was
right.
But I decided. I don't know what it was. You know what it was? I was in Warp 9 and I found the Robotech Masterpiece Scott Bernard. That
yeah.
But we're getting off.
Yeah,
but you know, and like Yamato offered it all on the same scale.
Yeah.
So you could have Valkyries from different Macross franchises together and really compare them.
Mm-hmm.
And to me,
it makes
I
sense.
dug it, man. I liked that, but
For me, no, I get what you're saying. For me, it was always like, I don't need the whole world.
Yeah.
I just need, to be honest with you, I would like a Skull Squadron leader.
Yeah,
with
you'll get it.
Yeah, and like, I'm pretty good. And that's why, like, I was so satisfied with, we're still talking about that.
Yeah, about what makes this better. Yeah.
Right, and we'll get there. But I was so satisfied with this. I think it was like $120, not with the armor.
That was $100.
They
were about that.
They were about
$120.
$120. And this was a wow moment. Like, this...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still looking at this and I'm looking at that. And I'm gonna
you
be
know
honest
what? I
with you.
haven't compared it like next to it. Yeah, this is.
I'll be honest with you.
It's destroying that, isn't it?
I don't know, man. Actually, I think this still looks really great.
I think it still looks really great too. I mean, when you hold them, it's no comparison because it's like.
Can I hold that?
Yeah, dude.
I gotta be honest with you, like.
But I mean, that's still a good fucking toy.
That's still a really good toy.
Yeah, it looks great. I love it. Like.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I get where you're coming from. I definitely like the side.
The fillers.
Filler. I like the arms way better.
Yeah, I agree.
Way better.
Yep.
I don't like that this is starting to look like a shade of yellow.
Yeah.
I like the decals on this.
Yep.
Like, they're already applied. I like the neck articulation. I hated the neck articulation.
Neck was tough on that. Yep.
But this is kind of cool. Are those supposed to fold in robot
No,
mode?
what those are for is for the G grenade box protection armor when it comes out. But no, and they're supposed to be out in that mode.
One thing I hugely like better about the new one is I like how sharp those angles are.
Yeah.
Where this is kind of rounded.
I hear you.
So I think this is probably more animated.
This is a sharper. This is way sharper in every way. Wow. It's a tighter mold. It's like the lasers like are on like really cool joints. Like,
go ahead and show me. I'm sorry.
The lasers are on cool joints, so you get this shit. You know. All right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think it's cool.
And that's fairly inexpensive in today's market.
$220. I mean, that's what I got. I don't know that's what Nick got it.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly like what it would equal out to, but I think that's about right.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's about right.
Like, I mean, it might be a little low
compared to like, again, we'll talk about this. Like, I mean, this is a $50 toy these days.
Yeah.
Like, compared to that, that's a pretty good value.
I think so. Yeah. In today's market, it's sort of cheap, and it's like it one ups that in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, 14 years worth. It's like I just think that thing was ahead of its time.
It was.
And this thing's awesome, and there's not a question about it. Now the bad. My only real
go through that.
Is. You know, you get the swing bar, right? I'm just going to show you. They all know. Anybody's watching. You get the swing bar. Well, the swing bar separates.
Okay.
So you have...
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, it's hard to get to.
Well, while you're getting to it, I do want to say I'm super busy, so the editing on these episodes are going to get a little lax. So I apologize if this is if my lack of like added editing is going to turn you away. Sorry, I just want to.
So you can separate the swing. You're good, man. So you can separate the swing bar, and you get like, I'll have to.
Yeah, do it up.
You separate the swing bar,
to see this
and you can do this shit.
That's pretty awesome.
But then the legs don't stay in well.
How do you mean like?
Because it's like the swing bar. Look.
That's intense, man.
Yeah, it's like this is connected.
It's Brian's fault that we don't have any video of the robot because Brian's got to get going and he's not willing to transform it again. So it's him, not me.
And it's like when you separate the swing bar to give it like that articulation,
right?
It doesn't like the legs sort of don't stay in tight, but it comes with a stand. So it's like in order to get that
it's a lot of work to get the feature.
Yeah, and you lose stability. You have to put it on the stand. It's like you can display it like that, but you can't really like play with it. You know, it'll like start. The legs will start to fall out.
And it doesn't even look like you can really you can't pose it and stuff like that.
On the stand you can,
Okay.
but you have to that's what you get it in the right pose, plop it on the stand and leave it. You can't articulate it like that; it'll come apart.
Now messing with that swing bar technology, does your mind see a better way that it could have been? Do you think that?
Hey, that's their job.
Right, I know that. I'm just asking
smart.
you. I'm just asking you that do you feel that it can be?
Yeah, I think
the possibility of someone improving on that.
I think if the swing bar was like a tube that rotated on itself, you wouldn't have to separate it. I think. I don't know. You would have to have a shaft that goes inside it. A shaft. I know I like that word, but yeah.
Okay. So, it feels great. I will say. Look, companies. I know Kids Concepts.
I want to see
it. Just came out. I guess it just came out.
Where is yours?
I did not pre-order it.
I thought you did.
I did not. I pre-ordered the Rick Hunter figures.
Yeah.
And I regretfully did not pre-order the Valkyrie.
Well,
and now
it should be pretty available.
I know I'm kind of broke. I don't know what to do. But I feel like I want to see it. But this feels really good. I love the neck is so improved.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's real tight. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, and I don't know why I was so hard on it. I'm not hard. I don't think I'm being hard on it. It is the best one you can get.
It's not
today.
that you were hard on it. It's just that you weren't very enthusiastic about it. You weren't holy shit. And I understand why. I think we've been looking at this toy or this design
for years.
For 30 years.
Yeah, and it's
And am I bitchy for saying that they should stop not coming with armor if they should come with armor? This one was an armored one, right?
Oh no, that one never got armor.
Really?
But yeah, I agree with you. They should just do the S first. Come out with do the S, do the Roy Fokker.
I agree.
First. That's the one everybody wants. Although this is
this is Rick's.
This is the one that this is the one. This is what do you call it? The hero Valkyrie. It's in it the most. It's the one Rick is in the most.
But at the end of the day, this is the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
Oops.
yeah. What was that?
That was just his armor. I'll get it.
Oh.
So how's the transformation?
Same.
Oh,
you want me to do it?
Yeah,
I'll do it. Yeah, it's almost identical.
Oh Lord, I don't want to lose anything.
Oh, you do that. I'm gonna.
So, while you're doing that,
talk about those things, man.
You want me to get into those, or do you want to? I mean, you want to go back and forth? I mean, that's fine with me.
Whatever. You could ask them, but they won't. We won't.
Yeah, they wouldn't know.
They hate us. Give us a thumbs down.
I just want to talk a little bit.
Oh man, I thought I broke it.
I really think that is. I totally get what you're saying. That is. It's just not. It's definitely the best Valkyrie. It's just that I get what you're saying. It's just not groundbreaking. It doesn't.
Exactly. It doesn't. Yeah. Exactly. I agree with you, man.
I like the size though, man. I know that a lot of people it's really big, but I like that.
I don't mind it about it. And I'm sort of glad this was 148th because if it were in 160th, I'd be in big trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, it really would. I would.
Do you think you're in though? Are you going?
If I can get them, yeah.
Right,
I don't. This is right now. If you were to get this off eBay, you're looking at
320. Is
something.
that? Yeah.
I think at least.
I'm not in it for 320. But if they re-release it at the I think it was $200.
Yeah.
That definitely looks like that's worth it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. For see what I mean?
Ooh,
no, it's not busted,
that.
but it's and it doesn't always do that. But you can finagle it and get it all.
I don't like that at all, man.
No, man.
Ooh.
I know. Yeah. It's
so. Is that all right? Let me ask a question. Is that just your preferred way to transform it, or is it make it is it just is it just so much easier, or is it just
no? I mean, here, you want me to put it back and do it? I could.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's just sometimes it comes out.
Okay,
man.
okay. I don't know what it is about. For some reason, I do defend parts formers, but on something like that, I
can do it perfect transfer. I'm just lazy. I don't.
It's just laziness.
Yeah, it's
all right,
I'm on camera.
Yeah,
so
no, I get you.
Make it easy.
Fair enough. While you're talking about that, I'm not going to get into my big dogs, but I'll talk. It's been a while since we got together, and so I got a few little things here and there.
Yeah, dude.
I got the Princess Leia figure arts. There's not a whole lot to say. We're not gonna.
That looks beautiful.
It does
though.
look beautiful.
I like that a lot.
I feel pervy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to check that out, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. That's not
hot, man.
It kind of is because I guess you never knew what was going on, right? So she was just rocking some below the knee boots, and that was it.
Which is sort of hot.
It is.
I like them. I mean,
sure.
I'd like it if they went a little higher, personally.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
I like the knee boots, but you know, whatever. If that's all she's got, it's all she's got.
I just always assumed that she had like another like some yoga pants on or something underneath.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I just always.
She is a princess for God.
Right. You know, warm those legs.
Yeah, warm them.
With that said, like without being pervy, I think it is hot, and I don't care. I'm just saying it's hot. But Princess Leia was also like, to be honest with you, I've said this before. My first Princess Leia, Aaron Gray and Buck Rogers.
Fuck yeah!
Without
oh God, yeah.
Princess Aura and Flash Gordon was number one. But Aaron Gray was up there, Buck Rogers, any like sci-fi. But Princess Leia was like, one of the first girls I was introduced to.
She's not ugly.
No,
by any means,
not.
she was not an ugly woman. And
So this is a beautiful figure. It's just like how like I actually think that Hasbro's doing a really good job with the Hasbro Black figures. They didn't make a good Princess Leia. Like theirs was terrible.
What was wrong with it?
Oh, it was awful. You don't remember that face? I mean,
sorta.
like it looked like a horse. Like I don't know. It didn't look like Carrie Fisher. It was insulting. Okay. But now they've got this whole digital technology thing, and they're doing a really good job. And I like the figure arts, and I think the figure arts are the supreme figure. But I no longer think that a figure arts is $40 worth $40 more than what they're coming out with from.
So in other words, they've upped their game then.
They've
upped their game that much.
100%.
That's awesome. Good for them.
Absolutely. Good for them. But so like when I get a figure arts, like it doesn't feel as special anymore.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean,
that is good, but like for someone like me who has a completist mentality, which is slowly going away, but I want to have the main guy sets. Like how far do I go before I say it's just not worth it anymore? Like,
only you can answer that.
I know, but like that's the question for me. Like, how far can I go? Like, how much do I buy? I mean, I buy Princess Leia because I need it for the set. But, like, I don't know. I think the Hasbro Black might satisfy that itch now.
Well, that's sweet. As soon as it does, you can say no to figure art. You know, I mean, it's
I can't, though, because I can't mix and match a collection, right? Can you do that?
Oh, God, yeah.
Really?
I could. You can't. I can.
All right.
You're way too neurotic for that.
I am too neurotic.
Easily. Yeah,
like,
I can do it.
Can you combine collections?
Yes!
I don't know.
Oh my God, yes. Like when because I don't keep my Transformers like separated by anything except.
So you could put a masterpiece Optimus Prime with a Transformers Classics Hound.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. If I had to, yeah.
I can't do that.
Cause if you saw like, I put.
That's Worlds Collide, man. That's Worlds Collide.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Really? So I can't do that. Like. I have to categorize it based on collection. Like, there's no mixing and matching. Like, I think the Gamorrean Guard, Star Wars Black is probably out of scale, but equally, or you could put them on the same shelf and they would mix well. But I know that they're not from the same collection.
Yeah,
that affects me.
Yeah, it does. I mean, and oh my God, how dumb am I? What am I doing wrong?
Is it dumb or is it just you're the pressure? Of
but the pressure, Cameron.
You're all right, dude.
Yeah, I just like. This stupid one in.
Yeah. You're doing a good job.
Thanks, I appreciate it, man.
That's an intent. That seems like theoretically, I would assume it would be a pretty intense endeavor.
It's sort of the same thing we've been doing. It's just I can't get this stupid.
We're jumping, but my least favorite Valkyrie transformation, not including the Yamato removal legs, is I think the High Metal has a weird transformation.
This is close to it.
Is it?
It's very close because it's got the sliding shoulders.
Okay.
But
well, that's the thing is that the High Metal was so drastically different from anything else Valkyrie related. Because I mean the transformations are all going to be somewhat similar.
Yeah.
But the High Metal definitely
this has the same shoulders as the High Metal that are awkward.
Which makes sense because they're both Bandai.
Yeah. And it works because once you get it transformed, it's great. It's just like it holds really tight.
Right.
In any mode, it's just it's like I suck it. I got like I don't know. I'm on court.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely.
I'm not the person to say it to judge whether or not it's a good transformation or not.
I'll let you transform anything, but with that said, like we all know that there's a clause in there that if you break it, you buy it.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
I'll let
yeah,
you do it because I'm not like that uptight. But you break it, you buy it, and I know that especially with you.
yeah. Yeah.
That looks pretty cool, man.
Dude, it is. It's great, man. It's like
It's just nothing we've never seen before. You
yeah,
know?
and I mean it's like
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm kind of getting a little.
yeah, you're getting a little wood for it.
Yeah, a
huh?
little
hey,
chubby.
dude, it's all right. And then like
Can we all agree that the VF1 is the best looking transforming robot? I'm not saying it's my favorite, but like when all is said and
it's
done,
pretty timeless.
it's a jet. Yeah, it's timeless. Like what else could like maybe Optimus Prime is iconic.
Yep.
I really like the what else is so timeless is the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie's got to be the most used and most timeless.
I think so because it was so many things, you know.
Yeah.
It was like
I guess I'm trying to think of what is the most like. I think it's got to be the most iconic.
I think so. I'd go with that for sure. I mean,
Me too. It's not my favorite. My favorite is the Saucerager Bat Train.
Yeah.
But there's just
You've
not
always
enough.
loved that.
I know. I don't know what it is. And I also really like the Mugen Caliber Doorback, which I think the alt mode of that probably would keep that from being the ultimate because it's sort of like I don't want to say it's compromised Jeep, but it's sort of like it just looks like a future.
It's super
Jeep.
future
Yeah,
Jeep.
yeah.
It's not like I agree.
But
I'd still love it. Though. I
do
think that
too.
thing's sweet too.
But this is like what is it? Like it's pretty much like an F-15.
F14, I think, 'cause it's got the swinging
Right.
things.
And then the robot looks great, and it's got that cool visor helmet head.
Hey, there you go. That's basically it, man.
Oh, man. Did you fly it around?
Oh God, yeah.
It is pretty. It feels good, man.
Does it feels real nice?
How's the landing gear? Can I pop it open?
Go for it.
I think landing gear is important because I think that companies have really cheapened out on
Well, yeah,
landing
because they
gear.
throw in just extra
Yeah,
piece.
they'll throw in like a piece of plastic and like there's no actual. And again, I'm going back to the original Takatoku or Jetfire. Like that thing sprung out.
Oh, people have been injured from it. Yeah.
Really?
Oh God, I know it. I think it's famous for whacking your thumb.
Yeah.
I honestly never had it.
I didn't either, but
I
played
had
with
it later
friends.
in life, but I was like 25.
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
finally got my hands on one.
It did spring out,
Yep.
and it was like a serious piece.
Yeah,
Can you open it? I don't
Yeah.
want to break. I don't
Oh,
want to
man.
buy this thing. Because the thing is, if I buy it, it's not the $220.
No, you just get me one. Yeah,
Right,
no, you
right.
just have to buy me one. Yeah,
Right,
man.
right.
That would suck.
That would suck.
Yeah, and I'm a bastard. I'd make it.
I would. There's no way that I
probably
wouldn't.
wouldn't do it. Come on.
This episode is going to be lengthy because we got some controversial toy talk too later on. But we're going to get there. This might get lengthy though. We'll try to keep it. We'll try to keep it in the hour range though.
Whatever, man. Hard, dude.
That's fine. I just want to look at one.
Yeah, it's well made. Like.
Yeah, let me just look at it. I just want to look at. Oh, yeah, that looks great. Oh, that's.
Yeah, I mean they're done well.
That's serious.
Yeah, the back ones are really hard because they're recessed, and you have to like pull the hinge outward, and yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah, no, that's serious. So how do I fold it back in?
Just push back.
Sure?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good landing gear.
And
Man.
that folds back. Yeah.
I need a landing gear to have a separate wheel.
Okay. Yeah.
And preferably like painted wheels, or would those be considered rims or whatever?
Rims. Yeah, I guess a rim.
Yeah. But like for a long time, like Transformers were just making like one piece, and sometimes the wheel wouldn't even be separate.
Wouldn't even spin. It was just like one molded piece.
Come on,
yeah.
dude, you can't do that.
Well, now you're lucky if Transformers even have like a landing gear.
With that said, I think that Hasbro has upped their game in the last 6 months.
Yeah, I think they've gone back to basics.
Let's go into that transition.
All right.
I love it, but I get where you're coming from. We were sort of all like, I was sort of gung ho about these Siege figures.
Yep.
So I found the Megatron, and a while ago now, but we didn't have a chance to talk about it. And great robot. The alt mode is questionable, but the thing is it's fun transformation, but like his tank doesn't look like anything.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you want me to transform it?
Yeah.
With that said, it's still great. But while I'm transforming it, I shortly after found the Shockwave and Ultra Magnus.
Can I say one more thing about this?
Yes, please
While
do.
you're doing that.
Please.
And then also an issue I have with this, and I don't know if it's just me. I haven't been able to figure out, because I got it to work once. my arms don't stay up completely. Like I'll get them like like they'll
is
do
there
that.
a lock?
There's a peg, but they just
That's not too bad.
They sort of stay, but like then they don't, and it's like.
I think you might be a little bit bitchy on that.
But
Let me see that
I
again.
want a peg, but it's like they come out, and I know,
I get it,
but
I get it.
so if you guys know what I think I'm doing something wrong, to be honest, but I don't know.
And that's probably the case.
Yeah, and it's like I just don't know what if I'm supposed to twist them or do something, but yeah, they come off like that, and it really sort of like I don't know, man. It pisses me off a little bit.
I get you. I might not. We're gonna have to talk while I'm transforming it because this is one of those toys that I got.
Yeah.
I played with a lot.
Yeah.
And then like a couple days later, I got the Shockwave and the Ultra Magnus.
And then you stopped giving.
And then I stopped giving the shit because, to be honest with you, the reason why I picked this up, and it's not because I didn't want it, was because I was looking for the Ultra Magnus in the Shockwave and couldn't find it, but I found the Megatron, and I was like, oh well, I've already committed myself to wanting one of these. Like I was at a store actively looking for it, and I wasn't going home empty-handed.
I understand completely.
So I did get the Megatron, and I do like it, and I think it's worth it. I think the robot mode is great. I think this, again, we talked about this, like, this battle damage doesn't work on him. Like, it's too...
It just looks artificial, for sure. It looks like somebody put silver on your toy.
With that said, I think on the Ultra Magnus, it totally works, and we'll get into that. I don't know that I'm going to be able to transform this. I forgot. It's a unique transformation.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Whatever, dude. I'm just leaving this.
Yeah, people are just gonna have to watch us transform.
Yeah, dude,
toys.
it's fine. That's all right. So,
well, we have less time, so this is like truly our hangout time.
Yeah, go guys. Go take a piss. Whatever you're gonna do, take your smoke break right now. We're transforming. We're playing. But yeah, man, and it's like my only experience is with these is what you've shown me, and it's like, and I should have brought them, but I was playing with Chug Jetfire. This feels like that. Like the same... Like
which one does?
Back to the Chug Jetfire.
Oh, you're talking about these?
Yeah, both of them. This feels like old school Chug, Hasbro, well made. Fuck it, go for it, make it look good. These did not feel cheap to me in any way, shape, or form. They felt like what you want a Chug to feel like Chuggy.
Yeah.
I get it, like it doesn't feel like a fragile... Okay,
no,
sorry,
I get it.
Put you down, girl. Yep. But like these feel like substantially like heavy and like nice.
Absolutely.
Do you put the junk on Shockwave or do you just leave them with this?
I'm gonna put this down. We're gonna go to Shockwave. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, please do. If you can get that into
something.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna. Okay. These are really what I want to talk about. Megatron is sort of like. All right. I'm transitioning into it. All right. So with Ultra Magnus, like I was pretty satisfied with the Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. I was actually pretty satisfied with the Combiner Wars one as well.
Okay. What this thing is supposed to be.
What?
I don't even know what this is supposed to be.
That's the problem.
I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean
All right. So Shockwave. The extra gear is really fun. Yeah. And it looks pretty good. With that said, this toy should have been released without the extra gear for $30. And it would have been more sensible. And
so that's a $50 toy.
Yes, and it should. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, but the thing is I like the extra stuff. Yeah. It looks cool on it in both modes. Yeah. With that said, it feels last minute, and it feels like this is what the
they
consumer
needed a leader
wanted.
Class. Yeah.
Yeah. They needed to
some shit on
it.
They
needed to bulk it up to put in the assortment. Where I think collectors and kids alike would have been just want this.
I get it.
This is excellent. There are a lot of sculpted lines in it, like a lot. Man, it makes me hate the Masterpiece Shockwave even more.
Now, would you hate it if it were painted the right color, the Masterpiece?
I think it would have made a difference because this is the purple I wanted.
Yeah, I know. That's But that's even more the aesthetic you want, because you love all that shit on it.
I do.
And I think it looks good. I do.
I think they maybe overlined it.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the style of the Siege line. Like,
Yeah, real hard lines. Very,
yeah, a lot of little, like, lines.
Very,
For my Masterpiece, I wouldn't want all this ornate lines. But with that said, like, for the siege, like I like it. Like it's real striking and it's very it sets itself apart from other lines, I guess.
That's really like Bumblebee looking to me.
How so?
I just think in the movie how he looked in the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Like it's like G1, but not G1. It's like its own thing.
It's like modernized G1.
Yeah, I think that's the best Shockwave to ever hit Toys R Us.
It is?
Or hit a toy store.
Yeah.
I guess Toys R Us is gone, but
Yeah, but we still say Toys R Us. The alt mode.
see the gun mode.
The gun mode. All right, the gun mode. The problem is
I'll say the upside down submarine.
Yeah, the upside down.
God bless you, Hasbro.
So is that truly like what they did?
You tell me.
Well,
I mean that looks like an upside down gun to me, man. I mean,
well, could they not make a gun mode even if it's a ray gun?
I think they can make a gun mode, but there's still parents that aren't going to go for it. It's like legally they can.
Okay.
But why would they if they can just do a submarine?
Man, look,
and like
when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to have.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people do not like that in their lives, and that's their choice. And you know what? Making toys, maybe I think it's an easier sell. A submarine. An upside. That you can turn upside down, and if you want to pretend it's a gun, you can pretend it's a gun.
Yeah.
You know what?
Fair enough.
Personally, I would probably pretend I can't wait to hold it like that. But I would pretend it's a gun. It looks more like an upside down gun than it does a submarine to me.
Yeah.
But
the only problem I have, I agree with you.
This thing is nuts. I don't even know.
I know. You got it. Like,
can we get a picture? Like.
Yeah, I do. I just don't know where it is.
Okay. Whatever.
Like I said, this is probably the most like stumbly episode.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's because it's been a while.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, the thing, and we're also transforming on camera, which is something that we usually steer clear from, because it's difficult. Like,
I want to get this goddamn thing right now.
See, I don't even remember how this goes.
I wish sometimes like the audience could respond immediately, like so I could ask them, am I doing this wrong?
Right. They'll let you know, I assure you.
Yeah, and like, what am I doing that these don't stay down right? Like,
I don't know. I think maybe you're. I don't know. I guess you're not asking too much. But like, I don't have this. Like, I don't see the problem.
That wouldn't bother you?
No, I don't know though.
But I think it does. I just think I'm doing it wrong. Like I'm missing something. I hope.
You're missing something, all right.
Oh yeah.
All right, so like, for the sake of the audience, like this snaps in somewhere better, and I might as well just nut up and do it.
Yeah, nut up and do it, man. We got the afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta take the kids sledding.
Oh my! What?
Yeah.
You better count their toes and fingers when you get back, man. It's like 10 degrees.
Yeah, but that. Well,
I guess I was a wimpy kid. You wouldn't have been. I would never do that.
Really?
In this cold weather?
I would
maybe
sled
I would.
anytime, any
No,
place.
you're right. Maybe I would. Where do you sled?
Oak Park. There's a hill.
All right.
Down the street. There's a good one in Beverly Park, but that's a little further than I want to take.
I remember Beverly.
Yeah, that's a good hill, but it gets jammed with kids.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more like.
Did you ever go to Franklin Hill?
No.
Really?
No.
I never took you to Franklin. Yeah.
No. Why would you have taken me to?
Because I lived right there. I grew up there. I don't know, but we didn't hang out when I was sledding.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been like, we would have been like 17-year-old, like, let's go sled. Actually, that sounds
fun.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
No,
I did go there, not with you. Actually, I went there with a buddy of mine and a couple girls when we were.
That was the number one thing.
That's a really good hill.
Yeah, we go do it.
Right.
Man. Yeah.
So there's the gun mode, upside down submarine. The thing is, the handle's a little.
It's a little small, but that's okay. I mean, it's all right.
But this was definitely designed to somehow get away with that, right?
Yeah.
It was designed for the fans.
Yeah, I got one side now and not the other.
So I like this figure a lot, and I think that the feature of like the add-on parts, I like it. Like that's my thing because it's sort of Diaclone, right? Like I think
so. Yeah.
But with that said, I don't think gross, dude. You're a nasty looking cat. I don't think that Shockwave benefits from these points. Like I think it's a fun added feature, but I think with that said, I think I'm gonna go with the majority of like G1ers and say that they would have been better off just packaging them as is for $30 and I think that we would all been just as happy.
Okay.
With that said, like to the younger kids out there who have no tie to G1 and or anything
They'll
like
love that shit.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun feature, and I say, great Hasbro, you made a fun toy.
And they made everybody happy.
Right,
sort
except
of.
for $50 is a lot of money.
That is a lot for that. That is. I gotta hold it down.
These are still $40 toys.
Yeah.
Being charged $50. Is it that way, or are we just never gonna get over the fact that like toys are more expensive now? Like they are overpriced, right?
I think so. I mean, but yeah, I think they're a little bit overpriced. Yeah, man.
I just can't quite get over that hump. Like I think everything like 10% high. I don't know if the back things come down a little bit.
These?
No, the like feet.
I know. I think they just chill
Okay.
there. Like, yeah, you can't really hold it. Like,
Right.
But you can.
But what that shows is that the masterpiece was definitely lacking.
Yeah.
Any way you look at it, like that masterpiece was not up to par.
What's
I'm
going
sorry
on?
if you like the masterpiece. You're entitled to like it, and I know
I
that.
have sort of ties to it a little bit.
Why? Because you
I
had to
like
buy
it.
2 of them.
Oh, because I had to buy. Yeah. There's things I don't. I think the robot mode is stellar. I think it's beautiful. If it like
So the
purple one, no, the better one, I think is stellar. The way it
Really?
looks. If it had a little bit of metal in it,
You don't think it's still too soft? Like
I'm sort of-
Shockwave had a lot of like when you look at the G1 Shockwave even today, it is just like there's way more lines on it. It's just so much sharper, and when you look at that, it's just hard to really get excited about. I don't know, man. I think it was too small. I think it was too short.
okay,
I think so. This Ultra Magnus, on the other hand,
yeah,
so far, this is crazy. We're in. It's February. It's January.
Yeah.
So look, we're 2 weeks in. We'll talk about this next January. But so far, I think this is my figure of the year. At this point of the year.
all right.
This is the definition of fun. This is what I want from.
You're gonna have to show that up. You know
Dude,
that, right?
I
to see it
do not
transform.
know that. Okay.
Don't
All right.
don't be a bitch. I had to transform that, man.
This is so much more involved. This is worth $50. Again, I still think
That really does
it
look worth
really-
50. That looks like you're getting paid to buy that.
Dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, even if you have the Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, you have the Masterpiece Ultra Magnus, you don't feel like, oh, I need a new Ultra Magnus in your collection. I get it. Like, that might be not for you.
Yeah.
But if you just want a fun toy that does a lot of stuff, that has a lot of play value, which is, I think, ultimately why we collect, right?
Yeah, and
I mean-
I like the parts forming on that. Ultra
Me
Magnus
too.
should be a parts form.
Ultra
in my
Magnus
opinion.
should be a parts
Yeah.
former. It is kind of weird, though, and I will show it off. This piece, this little piece,
Broken
fell off. No, it's not broken. Like there's no break in it. It fell out. And if anyone out there, I'm going to show a close up of this. It's just like I was transforming on the couch and it slid out of something.
Wow.
And I swear I cannot figure out where it slid from.
There's not a break mark
There's
on
no
it.
break.
Is there glue?
No. And there's so many like spaces that it could fit into.
Yeah.
And I've transformed this thing several times. And there's no place in there that it could come from where it affects it. Like
It's probably part of the sprue or the molding process. They somehow got
that's
like,
sanded though, right?
can't tell, man.
It looks pretty clean. The point
It's
is
not broke.
the anal retentive collector of me is gonna put that in a bag and put it in a drawer so I don't throw it away.
There is a cut mark on it.
Really?
Rub your nail right on that edge. You can feel it.
I'm gonna have to.
That's a sprue mark. So who knows
Okay,
what that is?
okay,
Who
but
knows
it's not
what that-
broken, right?
I don't think
There's
so.
nothing broken. With that said, I can't throw it away.
Yeah.
But I've transformed this so many times and it does not affect anything.
No, it was
Like,
probably inside it.
So this is what I call if you are a fan of like mech toys, Transformers, like just fun toys, this is it. With that said, the vehicle mode is the most compromised mode. But this is like Ultra Magnus was the straight up armored robot, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
The weathering actually works on this. Don't you
Yeah,
agree?
yeah. I really love this toy.
I
have once I
have to
see it,
get
I will
this.
get it 100%. There's not even a question about that. Yeah.
This is to date. Again, we're in January.
Alright.
My toy of the year. It's not gonna hold, and to be honest with you, I don't even know.
Why not?
Because I mean, come on, we're in January. We're looking at a whole year's worth of toys. Like, it's cool, but it's still just like a Toys R. Like again, I say Toys R Us toy. It's still just a Hasbro toy. Like, you can't make... Ultra Magnus Siege figure isn't going to be number 1.
Yeah, I guess. But what if we did, like... What if you separated, like... Say,
If we, like,
say
yeah.
stores you get at Target, Toys, or, you know, something that you... Do I disconnect it?
Let's say that there's a chance that it might be on my top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not... But it's... There's just no way that... It just doesn't have the detail... Like...
That's a really nice trade.
If it is number 1, then shame on 2009.
Yeah, that would be a rough
Yeah.
year. That would be...
With that said, I'd still love it.
Yeah.
It just, like... What... Okay, starting off, like... Ultra Magnus was, like, an armored up Optimus?
Yeah.
But, like, that has its own identity.
Yes.
Do you see the other, like, do I have the Siege? Can I get up for a second?
Yeah, help you. I need to see this.
Yeah, see this thing.
Isn't this the part supposed to slide up?
Yeah,
That part?
you can slide it up.
All right.
It's a real pain. Let me see. It's real.
Oh,
Yeah,
break your toy.
it's one where, like, I didn't figure out it slid up
I
until.
forgot about that. I love this toy too, man.
Yeah, that's a great toy. You have to get that.
I as soon as I see them, I will pick them up. Like, yeah, because these are stellar, man.
Yeah, they really are, dude. I really like them. Again, I think the thing keeping them from being a complete home run is the price. Like,
How
they
much
are
is
good.
this? 30?
That's $30. 25 is where it should be, though.
I
right?
would have no problem paying 30.
I have no problem. Yeah, I have no
this is
problem.
perfect.
With that said, I still think it's like just a little bit overpriced. But Hasbro really upped the game. Hey, dude, I can't slide this up, but it does slide
Okay,
up.
it slides out. We just,
But okay, so look at it. It's like
man.
it's totally a complete. It's its own thing.
which is awesome.
It's so awesome.
But they got the almost same head.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Similar. They're very similar, but
It
completely
represents-
different molds,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
so awesome.
So I mean, that's great at its own. And again, there's no sign of where that thing could appear.
Where what?
That piece. Like, take a look.
Yeah,
This is where it's got to come from. I don't know where it come from. Anyone out there? I wish I had something to like send as a prize for anyone who could figure out where. I could probably send you something if you're in the U.S. I don't know what it would be, but I really want to know what this little piece slid out from.
I want to know how to slide this fucker up.
It's a.
Oh, I know how to do it. I know.
Oh, what?
Cause this part
Oh.
slides forward or something like that.
Oh no, that's really.
Yeah.
Oh,
There,
nice.
look at that. Yeah, boom.
Oh,
Uncle
bravo.
Brian
Uncle
comes
Brian
through,
comes
man.
through.
Sweet, but this.
So that's a good looking figure on its own, right?
I think so.
I think so too.
I think in this mode,
Yeah.
truck mode on its own.
Truck mode
But
is
so
where.
what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The truck mode is where criticism can come in. It's total straight up parts former, and I like it for this.
Me too. I love that it's a parts former.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's weird how I bitch about that being a parts former, but this is made to be.
Ultra
a parts
Magnus
former.
has always been a
been.
parts former. It's armor. It's like a cyclone.
Right.
You know, it's just, dude, yeah.
It's just
fun.
part of the deal.
Yeah, it's how it goes.
It's how it goes. I'm gonna put this little piece back.
I
under
really love this.
I
love
know,
how this
man.
thing's. They even like made this as crotch
Yes.
switch for both modes. I mean, they didn't.
Yeah, that's what we were asking for Hasbro. It's
Yeah.
like those little extra details. The
No
paint is
bullshit,
good.
hollow. Like, and they could pull that shit up with this because he's got armor.
Yeah.
Like, they have an excuse and no hollow. Nothing.
No, pretty good, man.
Yeah. Who did they fire?
I don't know, man.
Somebody
That's
got fired and somebody got hired because
I think we, not us.
I know, but people.
I think people kind of show, and it takes a year for them to finally. I do
more
wish
than
that
a year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they finally got the message that like Transformers products.
It's special, man.
It is nice.
Yeah, it's
I'm
special.
telling you, man, it's good. It's worth that one's worth every penny.
Yeah.
There was one other thing I want to say about it. I do wish that they would give the wrist swivel. Like, I think that adds a lot of dynamic.
Yeah.
That's my one complaint. Is like if they would have thrown. Oh wait. Oh man,
Does it?
discovered.
Oh, it does.
Wow.
That's pretty sweet.
That is pretty
man.
sweet. Okay, that just like upped it. So do I have to do the?
Yeah,
truck?
I think it would be a good idea.
I think it's gonna get sloppy here for a few minutes.
It's all right, man.
All right.
I'm enjoying this. We're having a
All
good
right,
time,
all
right?
right,
I mean,
that's
unless
right.
you're too busy.
No,
No.
man. Like I said, I gotta go sledding in an hour,
Hey.
and then and that's it. I'm gonna. Wow, I can't believe I discovered the wrist swivel. See what happens when you play toys with your
Yeah,
friends.
you gotta play, man.
You gotta
yeah,
play.
I agree.
This is a plain man's toy or plain person's
Yes,
toy.
and that's what's so good about like oh, they really upped it.
They
with
did.
These. Like, I just remember how excited. Remember when Leader Class Jetfire came out?
Yeah, it was too short and stop. You really like that, huh?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It was like the most I've ever paid for a toy.
Oh, you're talking about the. Oh
for
man.
a few years back. What was that combiner?
Dude, you
What-
paid for.
I paid like $100 for it to get it early.
That. What was that? That was Generations 30th anniversary.
Something like that.
Dude,
you guys know what we're talking
that-
about. The Jetfire.
That fell so short.
It fell so short. It had all that chunky, hollow. I mean, I wish that came out now in this line.
Man, because it had a good. It had a good like aesthetic, right?
But it just failed in every way.
They took as many shortcuts as they could possibly have taken on that.
Yes, and I mean that so created issues like for just.
And you paid $100 for that. Like, I mean, shame on you.
Yeah,
but like,
but I had to have it. It
Right.
looked so good in the pictures. It looked so fresh and so new. And it's like
it was like a modernized Jetfire.
Yeah.
It was like aesthetically, it was designed to be cool.
Yep.
And then they just
fell short in every way it
Yeah.
could. And it's like if they could do
that again,
if they could make it in this line, that would be incredible.
that would be incredible with all the lines, the like.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
it's
like.
just without all the hollow bullshit marks.
Yeah. So this is the main truck.
All
You're gonna make me do it. All right.
Oh yeah, you have to do it.
So
Yeah,
this is one where you have to like put the parts. Like this is like honestly, for better or worse, like you have to sit with this one in a place where you have the room to play. Because this is like straight up like, we have a place for everything, but you have to do the work.
That's so awesome though. I
It is
love that
awesome.
about it. I mean, it's like, so what are the ages on the box? 10 and up? 6?
Oh, that's a good question.
You got the box still?
Yeah, check back there.
Yeah. Let's see here.
That's a good question because I don't know, like,
I'm not sure they're all the same. But
I don't know if it's, I don't think this
ages
is,
8 and up.
yeah, that sounds
You
right.
get that at 8? Would you get that at 8? Would you be able to do it at 8?
Oh, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah, but it'd be challenging.
dude, these kids are smarter than we were. Today?
Yeah.
These kids like play video games that I can't.
But like, what were G1 Transformers ages on them, I wonder? Like
6 and up?
I don't know, but these are, like, this is so much more fun than like...
Yeah, but do you remember like G1 when they came out? Like they felt really difficult, right?
I think so. Well, for breakage, yeah. Like
Also because I think that we were not experienced with this kind of toy.
Yeah.
Which is like video games. It's like I played a little bit of that new Spider-Man video game, dude.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, like I'm not a gamer, but that game is nuts.
Wait, it's fun?
It is so fun. Like I mean, it's just literally like you're Spider-Man, and you look like Spider, and you just fly around like the city, and it looks so good. It's so fluid. Like I could just spend an hour just flying around the city.
I'm not, like, I don't know enough about video games. I mean, I know so
Yeah.
little about video games. I don't even know enough to, like, if you put that controller in my hand, I wouldn't know what buttons to do.
No, I mean,
or, like,
I'm terrible.
like, I'm so bad at video games. Like, I suck at video games, and, like, but I guess that's what happens when you don't have a video game system. But, do you think I should get into it?
Well, here's the thing. I think you could afford to get into it. Like it's it wouldn't be. I mean, like a system wouldn't.
But would I enjoy it? Do you think I'd enjoy it? I mean, like.
I think you're similar to me, where like you have a short attention span.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy it because they're incredible, but I think ultimately you would get frustrated. But that's just my.
I remember the last video game I played ever series.
Yeah. What was it?
Siphon Filter.
Siphon Filter.
Yeah,
what
which
was that?
it was like a spy game on PlayStation. It was sweet, but there was like.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was probably 1997.
Was it your system?
Yeah, I owned it. I was in college. Didn't even have that shit. So, and there was this part. There was a section where you had to avoid trains and shoot people.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening.
Right.
Like, I would get there, and I got killed about 10 times. And my buddies have, like, cleared the game.
Right.
Whatever.
You just couldn't close
and
the
it made
deal.
me feel so
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
And that's not even halfway through the game. I
Right.
wasn't even onto the second disc. It was 2 discs or something like that. It was a long time ago.
I think that's why I could never get into like the role play games is because I don't think I couldn't finish. Like I could never finish. Like I couldn't commit myself to closing the
Do
deal.
you do the role play games with, like, could you play, are they multiplayer?
I don't know. but
like,
I can do the gun games and the fighting games because you can play certain modes in like Super Mario Kart. That's great because I can play, and if I feel like a failure, I can just put it down and then pick it up again and just.
You know what they need to have if they had this?
Okay.
If they had like an advanced version of Gauntlet, that
I love
where you could play it with your buddy and like, dude, let's go take out a dungeon, and you could do that like
that would be awesome.
Like that would be cool. I would do that, but I don't like the whole world game that doesn't end.
Yeah.
You know, like it has to have a beginning and an end, and like you can go play with your buddy, but like it.
That's Fortnite kinda.
I guess.
I think you would like that. I think you would get hooked on it. The only reason why I stopped playing it, and I guess if my friends are watching that I play with, is because if I can't play, like I don't have time. Like my time is at night.
Yeah.
And if I start turning that system on, my kids, they'll wake up, and they'll wake up, and it's really hard to get my kids to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like I would love to be able to turn on the game.
Headphones.
I have the headphones, but you're still talking, like. And then it distracts them.
Yeah, okay.
So I have to move my PlayStation down here, but the PlayStation's a family unit, so I can't.
What is Fortnite? Like, how do
it's just like
I am not a good nerd.
It's just like you team up with your friends, or whatever, and you're like teams of 4 or 5, and then the goal is to be the last one surviving the world.
Okay.
And they're like a good 15-20 minute games, and
it ends.
It ends.
That's cool. That's cool. That's how Gauntlet would have to be. But you know what? You would have to have it that if you start a game with a buddy, it locks it until both people are in. You can start a new game.
Okay.
But
I'm confused.
Like if you're playing multiplayer Gauntlet, right? And we
Right.
start a game, you can't you would need both people to continue that game.
Oh, so like I couldn't. Okay, no, fair enough.
Yeah, like you have to say rejoin game, and then you're both where you left off.
Right.
Now, granted, you can
could
start
do
another
multiple
game.
games.
Yeah,
right.
you could have multiple games chilling, but you can have oh man, they're gonna come out with it.
Yeah. I mean, they're not gonna necessarily do Gauntlet, but like a good Dungeons and Dragons kind of game.
Yeah.
All right, so like I have a hard time getting this piece to pop in.
Don't half-ass it. We're on film,
really?
man.
I kind of want to half-ass it
Yeah,
because I'll be honest with you, like.
This is sweet, man.
Yeah, it looks great, man.
Great.
It looks so great.
I actually like this more than the Masterpiece.
I like it more than the Masterpiece.
Terrible.
Dude, Masterpiece has lost its luster for me.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not aging well. They didn't. Speaking of that, what do you think about that square?
Square. I like the transform element more. But I like.
Oh, you do?
I think so, but I like them both more than the Takara.
Yeah. So let's set this up. So now like there's the new Masterpiece Prime Wars has started. Yeah. So Takara announced their new Masterpiece Prime. And it's like $4 billion.
Yep.
It's really like.
I'll get both the other ones.
So like the 4 square one is only like about $100, right?
Yeah.
I didn't feel the need to have it, but like I really want to play with it.
I know. I watched the reviews and I'm like, wow,
it looks good.
I think is the transform element the same price roughly?
That's a good question. I would have to assume. So.
I could actually get both of those just for the show. And
just for the show, right?
Because I mean,
play with.
And I still won't spend as much as the Takara.
I know, dude. That Takara one.
Okay,
like,
now I have an excuse to get them.
So to be honest with you, I've looked at some pictures. Eric sent me some pictures of like them all side by side.
Yeah.
And I think I like the 4 square one the best.
I like the transform element the best, but I love that. I love them both.
The transform one that has a big crotch, right?
Sort of.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit.
He's chunkier, right?
Not.
What is it that you like about that one the best based on what you've seen?
He looks a little bit more organic. Not organic. A little less chunky. Okay. I thought he looked like.
I think he looks a little bit more cartoonier, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I like them both.
Okay.
It's hard to say. I like them both.
Yeah, without them in hand.
And I think part of it is watching the transformation and it just looks cool.
I didn't watch any transformation videos.
Sweet, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I'm sure that I don't have everything snapped in.
Right.
It's Zach's space. But with that said, like, that's a reasonable fun,
Yeah.
complete $50 toy.
You know my bitch about it though?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like how
I don't either.
How the ankles are permanently splayed like that.
Yes, I agree.
That's
So
pretty
if you could see, they're sort of angled,
Yep.
and it does look a little weird. I'm assuming that was just for robot mode, right? To
I
make
would
it
guess.
Look, yeah.
I mean, if they had to do it, they had to do
Right.
it, and I get it.
Because at the end of the day, my robot mode must be the uncompromised mode.
Yeah, it does look really uncompromised.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, except for when it comes to doing like realistic, real world cars. Like you can't compromise. Like you can't make a Lamborghini Transformer and the Lamborghini not
look like a Lamborghini.
Yeah. But when you're working with like futuristic toys like this, you're good.
Yeah.
God, this Optimus Prime is a good toy.
Do you care if I try and clean this
Yeah,
up?
go
Now
ahead,
I'm just
dude.
curious, man.
Yeah. I think the wash looks good on that, by the way, too, because it doesn't look like CGI like splash. Like it's like they took a little silver dry brush, and that looks good.
Yeah, I really like everything about
I know. I'm
this.
telling you, like that's a fun toy.
I really love this
I
thing,
know.
man. Is it hard to get? I mean,
No, I think you might
shit.
actually hit a couple. I don't know on a Sunday like going out and getting it, but like I think for a while Targets and Walmarts were getting hit pretty heavy on it. And again, it's not a cheap toy, so they don't sell out. Like you got the 5 nerds in Michigan
They
looking
want
for
it,
them,
yeah.
right? And then once they clear them out, they're gonna sit there for a while.
yeah. I mean, I will pick this up the second I see
hope
it.
so, because I think that I think out of all people, that's one that you're gonna enjoy. That's a little messy. Stuff falls.
Dude, I just think it's like, are these on wrong or something? Why are
They
these
might
big?
be. Maybe I rotate them wrong. I also think it's weird with those arm guards. Like they put the like silver dry brush on the inside of the robot arms, and I don't
How
know why
dare
they
they?
did that. Like, do you
Yeah.
think that was accidental?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Why would they have done that? It seems like you would have the attack armor, like the detail on the outside of the arms.
Dude, I think that's it, man.
Oh, I think that might be it.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right. I agree. That would make more sense. This is just like, dude, I am so into
It is.
this
It's
thing,
so
man.
much fun. It is kind of hard to get it to hold together.
It's all right.
Oh no, that has to go inside.
Okay, it goes in it.
You got to open up those legs.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, got it. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
it's great.
This is great.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
This
So far,
is-
toy of the year. While you're working on that,
Mhm.
are you familiar with like the corpse toys? The knockoff.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe? Right. They're
Wasn't it a Toys R Us brand?
I don't know, but for the last decade, they're made by Lannard Toys. For the last decade, they've been like Walmart exclusives.
Yeah.
And they make like junky, sort of like G.I. Joey, but really crappy figures.
Yeah.
But they came out with this new series called I think in the US they're called their Primal Clash.
Primal Clash.
Yeah. And so they're basically Dino-Rider G.I. Joes, man. And so
What?
yeah, dude. And
Okay,
my
that's insane.
Yeah, my son loves dinosaurs, so I was like super excited about it because I'm into like G.I. Joe guys.
Yeah.
And my kid could care less about action figures, but these were what did it, man. These are great. They have a lot of character and a lot of personality, and they're cheap.
That's sweet,
Yeah,
man.
with I highly recommend that if you have any interest in like a fun kids toy line, the figures actually look pretty good too. I'm gonna say right now, like they're inexpensive and they took some shortcuts on some paint. With some paint, these
Yeah.
things could have been a home run. Like these could have been like a mass market, like take the world by storm action figure line. Because once you take like dinosaurs
And put people
and
with
put
them that
people
ride
on
them.
and
Yeah,
weapons,
that's sort of sweet.
like that's a home run. I actually did a little research on them, and I think that these were released in like Europe first,
Okay.
and they were called Jurassic Clash. So I'm guessing that maybe the studio that does Jurassic Park, who is that? Is that who does that? Is that Warner Brothers? Universal? Who's Jurassic? Amblin?
Amblin.
Okay.
I think it's Amblin.
I think you're right.
Would be my guess.
I'm guessing they probably put a kibosh on that.
Yeah. Change
Yeah,
your names, asshole.
yeah. I think Boss Fight Studio actually did the sculpting on some of these figures. I did some homework and research.
Okay, and what you think? Why do you say that?
I don't think it. I researched
Oh,
it.
okay,
I know
okay,
that.
I'm sorry, yeah.
No, the way I'm saying it is like,
Yeah, I'm
think. So they did, and you can see like the sculpting's actually pretty good. The problem is that like the paint job, like there's no paint job. Like the plastics are cheap, like they're inexpensive toys. With that said, they have a lot of character and lantern toys. Like this could be your breakout. Like this could be your chance to go from being we make cheap toys to making like we make a cool toy line. I mean, it's just such a simple idea that's just a home run. And my son and I, we played for like 2 hours. We set up all his dinosaurs and we created this whole adventure. I mean, we played. Like it was straight up like Saturday afternoon playing with toys. It was
That's
great.
awesome, man.
So thank you, Lantern Toys, for making Primal Clash. And I'm looking for the other ones. They have a saber-tooth tiger with a dude on it, and
So when you say cheap, how much?
All right, so these with the figures, the little ones,
Yeah.
$6.97.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that is cheap.
$15 for the big ones.
Okay.
They come with all sorts of weapons and guns and stuff. I mean, that's cheap, and like that feels like that's heavy, right? Just give it a like little.
Yeah.
I mean, that's serious.
Oh god, yeah.
So they're really inexpensive. They make this saber-tooth tiger with this like guy who rides it with like a skull.
Yeah.
And like that, like I'm stealing this from someone else on Instagram. I don't remember who it was, but he was like, took a picture of it, and he's like, there's nothing more heavy metal than a dude with a skull riding a saber-tooth tiger, and that's right.
Agreed,
Like,
yeah, man.
That is as heavy metal as it gets.
Yep.
And that's a home run for me. Saber-tooth tiger. They also make a raptor and a dude on it, and I really want these. Like I'm in it. Like I'm in it to win it. Like
That's
this is-
awesome, man.
Yeah. So, Primal Clash.
Dude, this thing is killing me, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
we have one more serious subject. Do you want to play with that, or do you want to?
you gonna put it down?
No. You can
Yeah.
keep playing with it. I'm
Let's
just saying.
talk, man. Yeah.
Should I expand to the final
Sure.
piece of conversation
Yeah.
that I have?
Yeah.
I mean, you might have some other things. All right, this is kind of a tough one for me. So, before The Last Jedi came out,
Yeah.
I pre-ordered the Last Jedi Luke Skywalker Jedi Master from Hot Toys. Now, I typically don't collect Hot Toys, but I'm like, Luke, this is my man, and this was before. So I pre-ordered it, and you have to pay some of it down at first, wherever I order from, like $40. So I felt committed at that point. I got it. I mean, that's as far as I've gotten.
You haven't opened it?
Dude, I'm just not feeling it. That's,
Oh my god, I thought you opened it.
No, dude.
Are you gonna keep it?
I can say this. This is not staying in my collection forever. I just can't imagine it. Like, Hot Toys are just too expensive. Like,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's a tough sell,
it is
man.
a tough one. You have to either be only a Hot Toys collector, buy like one Hot Toys every other month, be filthy rich, or really committed to some specific character. Like I bought the Hot Toys Luke Jedi Knight. That's my man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, yeah, because it's a special
It's
one.
special.
Yeah, exactly. I go.
With that said, I really like the way this Luke looks.
Yeah.
Like the character design. I
It's
thought
not
it looked
your
good.
Luke, man.
It's not my Luke, and to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the movie. So it's like I don't know what to do, man.
Wow.
The problem is it's not like I can take that like and just put it on eBay and make like I think I have to sit on it for a little while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started to open it, and then you called me and asked me if I wanted to go out it for drinks at like 9 at night.
Nice.
And it was really easy to make my decision. I put it right down.
It saved you, huh?
Yeah, I think so, but like
I mean,
ultimately,
it's sort of beautiful.
Yeah, it is
but-
beautiful, but like ultimately, it's gonna be open, right? Because who are we kidding? Like the
Yeah.
fact that it's lasted that long in my house without being open is
That's pretty
yeah.
amazing, yeah.
Oh, I did sort of take the cover off because the Porg's foot,
Yeah.
it was disconnected,
Ah.
and I was pissed off. I was freaking out. I was like, dude, there's no way that Hot Toys can sell one of these with a broken foot Porg. That just does not. That can't happen.
Yeah.
So I did take the cover off, and I put make sure that the Porg foot would go back in. It went in fine.
All right.
So that's it. Like I haven't touched it. So it looks like I know it's great, and I know it's gonna be the best there is. But it's like, do I commit myself to opening it? And I guess this is the version that comes with like the exclusive stuff.
Okay. Like the back.
Yeah. So maybe that I haven't looked at what they're going for yet. But I am tempted to like just say goodbye before I even open
Well,
it.
the whole thing is, did they come out with him from the end of the movie yet?
You mean the hologram mode?
Yeah.
No.
Cause like if
But
they had that one,
they're coming out with that, but I'm not gonna buy that. Like,
you don't want that one either, huh?
I'll get the Figure Arts one.
Yeah.
But Hot Toys is a different level.
I agree. I mean, this is beautiful, but I don't collect like Hot Toys.
Yeah.
I mean, don't want to call it a doll. It's not a doll, but it's a doll.
We'll call them 1/6 scale collectibles.
Yeah, like I'm not into 1/6 scale. You know, it's just like, so you have Luke Jedi Knight, and it's like
right.
This doesn't fit into anything
Nothing.
you have. You
Right.
can get Luke Jedi Knight in any scale. It doesn't matter. This isn't your Luke, and it's in a scale that you don't collect. So it sort of
exactly
does nothing for.
So
I
then,
get it, man.
Yeah. So
It's
then I
nice
have a
toy.
Hot Toys Luke Jedi, which is clearly my thing. Like, and then I have a
Yeah.
Hot Toys Luke Jedi Master.
Yeah.
So it's like, so where does that fit in?
He
Like,
doesn't fit in on that shelf.
No,
with that
definitely
one.
not.
He doesn't fit in with your other
I mean, I could put
figures
him with
in the scale because
no.
you don't have any.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
collect that scale. So it's like, I really like the way that character design is.
Yeah.
And I like all the gear. Like, it looks like it's great. It's just that like it doesn't fit into my world, and like it's not like an inexpensive toy. Like that thing was like kind of embarrassingly expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for me, like I can't speak for other people, but that was a lot of money. Like I felt really guilty when that came in. Like I didn't know what to do about it. So playing with it is kind of like, I don't know, I feel kind of sore about it. Like I don't know if I want to play with it. Like I don't know if I'm definitely not gonna get my money's worth out of it joy-wise.
Dude, I say sell it, man.
But here's the thing is, I don't think there's gonna be a big jump on whether I open that up and play with it and then put it back in
Probably
and sell
not.
it.
I
So
mean-
I might as well check it out, right?
Maybe, yeah. I don't think it'll. If you don't mind selling it for a couple bucks less than what you paid.
Yeah.
Rough. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Should we see if we could take it out real quick without
Sure,
like?
go
I mean,
ahead. Yeah.
is this the moment?
Is it? You tell me.
I don't know, man. It's like, let's see how easy it is to get out. Like, if it's gonna be like a whole ordeal, like I don't want to go through it. But if I can just like lift this part up
Like
and take
when
the
you
doll,
go,
take the doll out,
yeah, man.
we'll do it.
It's not a doll.
What do you
That's a-
call it? A 1/6 scale?
I call it a doll. Honestly, I don't like saying it because I don't want to offend people and make it.
Well, I don't know
like,
if
make
you're-
it sound derogatory.
I don't know if it's a derogatory thing. I just, oh, this is pretty sweet. Oh wow, that stand is pretty cool. It's like
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty. Actually, that is rather amazing.
Yeah. Oh man.
You know what I wish though? Imagine if, like, just if
Oh, that
this
is
Luke was in
amazing.
like Obi-Wan robes.
Oh, this
Just
is
like
amazing.
I know it's inaccurate, but if there was a world where Luke looked like that, but in Jedi robes,
Would you prefer that over this?
I think the Jedi robes would be sweet.
I don't. I think that's what I liked about Luke is that it set him apart. That he was like wearing like darker
Well, yeah,
colors.
but he was younger and there were no Jedi. We brought the Jedi back.
Yeah.
Like, just see, I don't know, man. I just
No, I
like,
get what you're saying. Like you kind of always envisioned him to be like wear the Qui-Gon robe, the Obi-Wan robe.
I just think it'd look cool for like an alternate universe.
I hated
like,
the fact that in the prequels that all the Jedis wore the same robe.
yeah.
Like I'm cool with them having a robe of some sort, but there was no individuality.
I would have imagined it differently.
I did too.
Like I imagine Jedi would be like Luke ceremonial. Like they wouldn't care what they were wearing. They wouldn't have a
Right,
uniform.
it wasn't a uniform.
Yeah.
Right, I agree. But I guess when you think about it, like the Jedi were almost like priestly, or they were like of some sort of religious like thing.
Yep.
So I guess it makes sense for them to all have a universal look.
Yeah.
But it was too universal, and it was also too clean for me. Like the look, like seeing
It was
like
in the movies, but you know what? In Clone Wars and stuff, it got pretty interesting.
did it?
Because you'd see like Obi-Wan in like half stormtrooper armor with like a cape on
Oh
it.
yeah, I like that.
I
look.
loved that. Like, I
that
thought
look
that was
cool.
sweet. You
That
just
was
like
cool. I mean, that's as good as you're gonna get, but like, I just don't know. Like, that is
pretty
beautiful, but like,
it
it is. It's just like how deep. Like that's it. Like I put on his accessories.
Ooh,
I mean,
very good.
I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it.
Mm.
It's like having like
You can have him bitch at Ray.
I mean
Put
that's
your
the
hand
thing,
out and
right?
like, slap it. He didn't do anything, so it's tough.
It
It's
is
beautiful. It just like he didn't do anything in the movie that's fun to in a play.
Right,
environment.
right. It's like having
It's beautiful.
I'm trying to think of like a Marvel character though. That would be like having like what's that the agent the character or like having,
Nick Fury.
Yeah, like having a Nick Fury. Like I don't know
What do you do with him? Like even Doctor Strange. Like have him
Well,
cast a
Doctor
spell.
Strange,
he
you
can
could
do
have-
cool stuff.
right.
But
Like having a Scarlet Witch, like she could do cool stuff,
Yeah.
but she's just like a red trench
you want a
coat.
Spider-Man.
Yes,
That,
you want,
you're looking for Spider-Man.
you want
need
Captain
physical
America.
fit. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's cool. It's just that like I don't know. I wonder how I would feel if I liked the movie more.
I think you would fucking feel a lot differently.
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of hard, like, you know, I mean, I don't know.
I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
I think that they nailed the look.
That's why I like toys that do things. That way it doesn't matter if the media sucks.
Yeah, I mean I agree. Like, it's tough.
Yeah.
But sometimes I want an action figure, and sometimes I want a transforming robot or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends on my mood. All right. So, any movie recommendations before we go? Because I'm desperate.
I got an easy one and it's free, and I think you guys should check it out if you haven't. Go check out Star Wars Theory and watch this Vader fan film. I liked it a lot. Have you watched it
I
yet?
watched like 6 minutes of it. But
I thought
watched
it was really
all right,
good.
All right.
Like, the guy made it on his own budget,
Right.
and he put like $100,000 or $150,000 of his
Wow,
own money
why?
to make it. 'Cause
Why?
he loves it.
But how's he get the money back out of that? Like, is his
He
hopes-
doesn't.
So
He
is
has
his
no
hopes?
hopes.
Is when you're making a fan film and you invest $150,000, is your hope that you are going to be discovered and then given a job? That's a lot of money.
I don't know. I don't. According to him, he says no. I believe the guy. He just made it.
Did he kickstart it? Was there a Kickstarter?
No, he wasn't
first?
allowed to.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he did. He wasn't allowed to crowdfund it.
He got in trouble for that, right?
At first, so he did not pay. You can't. I think he did.
You can't make money off of it.
He cannot make money. They say you're not allowed to crowdfund, so he couldn't Patreon, and I don't know exactly.
Okay.
But he talked to Lucasfilm, followed all their shit,
Right.
made it, and I don't know, man.
Like,
For something that a guy
yeah.
made, like
So I should
some
watch.
guy who's like 30, I think, and came up with
Yeah.
$100,000 of his own money and got people to do it. I thought it was pretty amazing.
I can't say that I don't get super excited about fan films. Like I've watched some of the Star Trek ones that you guys try to make.
Yeah,
me
they're
watch.
crazy.
It's kind of tough to watch.
Mm.
The only one that I remember really watching and being like really impressed was, do you remember the Batman vs Predator one?
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah,
by
I liked that Batman because he looked like total 1977
Yes.
Batman.
Yes.
He was buff,
Right.
had the best outfit. I liked that a lot.
Do you know who played the Joker in that fan movie?
No.
Do you remember Growing Pains?
Yeah.
Or Boner Stabone?
Yeah.
That was
He was
who it
Boner?
was.
That's
Yeah, he was
sweet.
Boner. Actually, he's Walter Koenig's son.
Never knew that.
Yeah, not only that, but he killed himself. And
Wow,
it got
that
sad.
sucks.
That just got sad, folks.
Yeah, that's grim.
But yeah, that is grim. But that's the only fan film that I was like, I watched that Power Rangers fan film too.
That was too with Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah, it was all right. The thing is I just think that like it was like, oh, we're gonna do like an edgy like Power Rangers. This is like, I don't know. It just didn't work for me. But it was well
I
done.
mean, you can't like think you're gonna see a real, like something that compares with like.
No, of course not.
Like
but
you
it's
see in
just
the
like
theater.
it's just like I've watched some of the Star Trek, and again, I'm a casual Star Trek fan,
Yeah.
which I haven't started Discovery yet. But I'm a casual Star Trek fan, and I feel a little embarrassed when I watch some of them.
I watch it. I mean, I'm not watching it to see new Star Trek I haven't seen. I'm watching it to see what fans come up with.
Okay.
I mean, it's sort of like, people watch us.
That's true.
That's how I watch. I mean,
No, I guess
like,
you're right.
Like, it's like, but I mean,
People do some amazing stuff.
Man.
It's mind blowing. It's
Yeah.
amazing what.
people are just dicking around for fun making. This is their hobby.
Yeah.
And their hobby will last forever. I mean, it's like, holy shit. Like,
It's amazing, and then with computers now, like you can actually do like pretty inexpensive CGI
yeah.
to make things. You can make something look
When
good.
that Vader fandom, he goes to Naboo, and it looked pretty good.
Really? Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
Dude, when I was a kid, me and my friends, like 16 or whatever, we used to make like movies, but like you had to have like a camcorder, like a big old camcorder, like it was
couple
like
VCRs
yeah,
to edit. It was a
that's
pain in the
right.
dick,
It was,
and you couldn't get clean edits,
dude.
unless
I
you-
have somewhere I have a VHS tape of like 5 of the horror movies that like little movies I did with some buddies. I gotta find it. I want to get it transferred to like like whatever you would do so I could watch them again. And we were like young, we were like 15 years old, but we were making some pretty cool movies, dude.
My brother made a couple Super 8 movies.
Really?
Half-hour long,
Really?
like, edited and everything.
That's time consuming. I'd like to see those.
Yeah, if I could get him, he would. If I find him ever, oh my gosh.
Would he be embarrassed or was he proud of them? See, I was proud of
He
him.
won an award on one of them.
Really?
At some
That's good.
like film festival. I mean, I think he would be a little embarrassed.
Okay,
he's
because
in them.
right.
Like
right.
he's just, but
yeah.
I think it's something to be proud of.
I think so
know?
too, man.
Yeah.
I think it's great when people make stuff, regardless. With that said, True Detective is good this season. The first 2 episodes, like I'm actually
Discovery was good too. By the way,
was?
I watched it. It was pretty good. Yeah, it started off strong.
How many episodes have they released?
Just one so far.
So I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah, watch it.
After
It's
True
on
Detective.
Bradflix.
Okay. Like the first season of True Detective was great.
Yeah.
The second season just blew.
I didn't understand what the point of it was.
pointless.
Like it was like this is dumb. But third is good.
It's good. They've showed the first 2 episodes, and I'm actually excited to put the kids to bed and watch True Detective.
So is it like the format of the first one? We get the flashbacks.
Flashbacks all over the place.
Okay,
Like,
what is the time gap?
Dude, I don't want to spoil it, but like it goes back to the 80s,
Yeah.
90s, and now.
Okay, that's sweet.
It's
I'm
awesome.
all about. Okay, I'm
telling you.
excited.
It's
I'm
good.
really
You should
excited.
be
I
excited.
figured they were gonna do that.
And then
but-
you mentioned, and then real quick before we wrap this up, you mentioned a movie that we should watch. What was that? You said it was on Netflix?
Occupation.
Okay.
It's Occupation or Occupied. It's the only one that's on Netflix. Oh, it's terribly good.
It's terribly good.
Watch it and think about Brian. That's all I
Did
can
you-
think about me when you watch it.
Did you watch that Bird Box?
Yeah, liked it.
I liked it too, but like, was it hard for you to separate yourself from how like just the reality of it just didn't make sense? Like I couldn't, like, you know how like I can separate myself from like realistic stuff and stuff, but I was having like a good example of a fair comparison would be A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Like I sort of could feel how that made sense, but with Bear Box, like I didn't understand what the evil was, and I know that was part of it, but like I couldn't find. I just felt that it was like it didn't make sense. Like there was the continuity didn't make sense. Like there were some people who were taken over by the evil.
Yeah.
But they could join your world.
Yeah.
And then there were some that couldn't, and I just didn't. I had a hard time with it.
Never really thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was one guy, and I'm the spoiler, I guess.
Yeah. In the end, the guy near the end.
Well, there was the guy who joined their team, and then he
got possessed.
Yeah, but like he got possessed, but he was able to act naturally, and then there was other people who just couldn't. Like why? What was the logic behind it? And I had a hard time with that. But with that said, yeah, it was entertaining. I would recommend that if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, it's free. If you have Netflix, give it a try.
Yeah.
With that said, okay, so we got the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Are we buying the next one?
Yeah.
Should I buy that if they re-release it?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing is if you can get it close to retail, yeah, it's just $300. Well, you know what? I'd pay $300 for it.
Would you?
I paid $300 for all the
It's
other
true.
for all
Good
the other
point.
ones. Yeah,
Good
I mean,
point.
yes. So yes, would I'd be reluctant about it because it's a $220 toy.
Yeah, it's insane.
But yeah, yes, get them. I'm in.
Get it.
I'm all in.
Cool.
Yeah,
And Transformers Siege, good job. I think they're fun.
right on.
Definitely Ultra Magnus.
Yeah.
With that, that was a long one.
Yeah.
And until next time.
Nerd out.
It's Brian's fault that we don't have any video of the robot because Brian's got to get going and he's not willing to transform it again. So it's him, not me.